everyone, I'm Trivia and welcome to Sama. Thank you for being here. So today's flow is really dedicated to anyone that just got done working out or runners. I just got finished a workout, so I wanted to really dedicate this for anyone that has done like an intense lower body workout, so we can stretch out our lower body, but you can do this at any time of the day. I encourage anyone to do it. Started in toe stretch. So we're gonna tuck our toes under us and sit back on our heels. And this is really good if you've been running just on your feet a lot. We're just gonna start to turn inward for a moment. We're already warm, so just really allowing the energy to settle in your body if you just got done running or with a workout. So take some deep breaths in through your nose and exhale out of your mouth. Start to just settle into your body. Continue to breathe here. Allow your toes to stretch just a little bit more. I know it may be a little uncomfortable. You can always bring your hands down to the mat. Just take another breath in through your nose and exhale out of your mouth. And then slowly come to tabletop, untuck your toes, maybe pad out your feet and just let your feet just kind of calm down. All right, so we're just gonna take a couple of cat-cows and thread the needles here before we get into our lower body. So inhale, taking your gaze up to the sky, arching your back. Exhale, rounding out your spine. Couple more of these. Inhale, looking up to the sky. Exhale, rounding out your spine, tucking your tailbone. Really starting to feel into your body. Where are you feeling most tension from your workout, from if it's the morning, your night's rest. And even starting to take this moment, this time for yourself, continuing your cat-cow to set some intentions for this practice, for the day ahead. This won't be a long practice, so. Inhale, take your right arm up to the sky. Exhale, take your arm behind your left, drop your shoulder. I like to keep my left hand on the floor and push to the floor for a deeper twist, but you're welcome to take your arm out long, take it to your lower back. We're just really spreading the shoulder blades here, getting a deep stretch in our spine. And then inhale, pushing to the floor, taking your right arm back up to the sky. And then dropping your arm back to the floor. And take your left arm up to the sky now. And exhale, drop that shoulder. Rest your head, pushing through the floor with your right hand. Option to take a bind or take your arm out long. Just breathe in here for another breath. And then pushing to the floor, taking your arm up to the sky, and then bringing your hand back down. Okay, so we're gonna get into our lower body now. So you're gonna extend your right leg into the back of the mat and start to just rock back and forth onto the ball of your foot and your toes, starting to feel out the back of that leg, stretching out your Achilles by pushing that right heel down and back. And then now take your right leg across to the left side of the mat and look over your left shoulder. See if you can kind of lean, like kind of push towards that right foot. And at the same time, that right heel is pushing towards the back of the room or the back of the mat. Let's take a breath here, getting a stretch on the side body. And then slowly bring that leg back, extended to the back of your mat. And then we're just gonna pull that knee in and to the front of and bring our foot to the front of our mat for our low lunge. So the right foot is now in the front of your mat. And making sure your knee is in alignment with your ankle. Here, your heel is on the floor. Just take some breaths here, really allowing your hips to sink closer to the floor, really getting into that hip flexor here. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale so you can lift your chest off of your thigh. You can option to have blocks here to bring the floor closer to you. Just breathing into that hip flexor. And on your next exhale, take your hips back, straighten out your front leg, take your toes, lift your toes to the sky, and really just breathe into that hamstring here. So really try to square off your hips so your right hip feels like it's pulling back and your left hip is coming forward. Squaring it off, your heel is planted into the ground. Just breathing here. On your next breath, plant your left hand into the floor and take your right arm up to the sky. And exhale, release that, coming back forward to your low lunge. This time we're gonna get into our quads. So plant your left hand, bend that back knee, and grab onto the back, to the outside of that left foot. Lifting your chest here. Taking a breath in through your nose. Exhale, see if you can sink your hips a little closer to the floor. Really breathing. And if you can't do this pose, you can always just stay in your low lunge, focusing on sinking your hips to the floor. One more breath. Really breathing into the tension and slowly release that foot back down. Bring your both hands into the inside of your right foot and then heel toe your right foot out towards the edge of your mat. So we're in more of a lizard pose now. Inhale, bring your right arm into the sky. Exhale, see if you can drop your right arm towards the back of your left leg, kind of turning your hips out. And we're getting a deeper stretch on the outside of that hip flexor. At the same time, you can roll your right foot out to the edge of the right foot and push that right knee out, pushing your chest upward, and then slowly coming back towards the front. Option to stay here with your hands on the floor, or you can take your elbows down to the mat, opening up in that hip. Really stretching out these legs. Slowly coming back up. And then we're just gonna get a little bit more into our hips. So heel toe your right foot all the way across to the other edge of your mat, bringing your right knee behind your right wrist, and then elongating, lengthening your left leg towards the back of your mat, trying to stay center here. Try to stay, keep your hips squared. Lift your chest. You can option to stay here for your pigeon, or you can fold over towards over your leg. And just breathe here for a moment. Allow your glutes to really feel this. Feeling your outer hips. And just notice where else you feel a sensation. Just a couple of more breaths. Inhale slowly, come back up to your hands. And then you're gonna roll over to your right hip, keeping that left leg out long. Bring your right foot into your thigh. Inhale, both arms up, and you're gonna reach over to your left toes. You can grab onto your ankle, your foot, or even just lay your hand on the floor. But we're gonna do a deep stretch first here. And exhale, fold over that left leg. So turn your chest down towards the mat, reaching for that left leg, really getting into our hamstrings here. And at the same time, getting the benefit of a side stretch. Just notice where you're feeling this. Inhale, slowly coming back up to center. And we're just gonna turn back onto that right shin, keeping that left leg extended now, and start to just rock back and forth. On the ball of your foot to your toes, stretching out the back leg, feeling into it. Good, and now take your left leg over to the right side of the mat. Look over your right shoulder. Really push into it. See if you can reach. Think about reaching that left heel towards the floor. And slowly coming back to center. Now we're gonna bring that knee in and bring our left foot forward towards the front of the mat for our low lunge. Remember to adjust yourself if you need to. Left knee is on top of your your left ankle. Inhale, bring your chest up. And start to just really feel into that hip flexor. See if you can sink your hips a little closer to the floor as much as possible. With every breath, see if you can release. On your next breath, take your hips straight back. Straighten out that left leg. Point your toes to the sky. Square off your hips and breathe into that hamstring. You can fold over a little bit more here. Just breathe into it. Your next breath, plant your right hand and take your left arm up to the sky. Just kind of getting on a little bit into our IT band here. Really pressing that heel through the floor, pointing those toes up. And then releasing, hand down, and starting to bend that knee, coming back to your low lunge, lifting your chest. And then we're gonna bend that back leg, grab onto the outer edge of your right foot for a quiet stretch. Just breathe here. Couple more breaths. Slowly release that foot down to the mat. And then you're gonna walk that heel toe, your left foot out to the edge of your mat. Lift that left arm up so you can drop your right hip to the mat and reach for your right leg for a deeper stretch on the side. Right hip flexor. Rolling onto the edge of your left foot, pushing that knee out. When that left knee fall away from you. And then inhale, bring in that left arm back to center, the inside of your foot. Keeping your hands here as an option, or you can bring your elbows down to the mat. Taking some breaths here. Inhale, slowly come back up to your hands. And then you're gonna heel toe, or just bring that left knee behind your left wrist. Straighten out the back leg. See if you can keep it in the center of the mat. Square off your hips so your weight is distributed evenly in between your right leg and your left hip. Inhale, you can lift your chest and focus here, or you can fold over your left leg, getting more into that glute. And just breathing here for a few breaths. Really cooling down from the movement that you just experienced. Take another breath in through your nose. And exhale out of your mouth. And slowly coming back up. Now we're rolling onto that left hip. I'm going to turn towards you. Option for you to just kind of roll onto it, but keeping that right leg out long. Bringing that left foot into your right thigh. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, reaching over for our ankle or our toes for a side body stretch. Just breathing here. Really getting into that side body here. Really feeling into it, keeping that chest turned out. And then on your next exhale, turn your chest down towards your mat and fold over that right leg, getting more into your hamstring. And taking a few deep breaths here. And slowly walking back up. You're just gonna come, staying on your hips and come bring your legs together in front of your mat. We're just gonna do a forward fold, really decompressing our spine and get into that full low body. So inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, reaching towards your toes, and then you can relax your body on top of your thighs. No matter where you fall, maybe you're grabbing your ankles or your shins, and just make this passive. You can relax your neck, relax your head, let it hang heavy, rounding out your spine. So we're really stretching out from the top of our spine, from our neck all the way down through our hamstrings. Full posterior stretch here. Just take a few breaths in through your nose. Exhale, let it go. Another breath in through your nose. Exhale, let it go. See if you can allow yourself to sink a little more. One more breath, inhale through your nose. Exhale, let it go. And slowly coming back up, walking yourself back up to a seated position. And then we're just gonna come onto our backs, really stretching out our low back. We always have to show our low back some love. So you're gonna take your left leg out long, pull your right knee in to your chest. Kind of start to just take some ankle rotations here, feeling into your ankle first. And then you can reverse the rotation when you're ready, if you haven't already. And now take your right arm out to the side so I have T, and then you're gonna use your left hand to guide your right leg all the way over to the left side. So coming across your body to the left side for a supine twist, my favorite. And really take some breaths in through your nose here. And exhale, see if you can release the tension in your lower back. See if you can identify that tension with your breath and breathe into it. Pushing your right shoulder into the mat. And slowly, when you're ready, bringing that right knee back to your chest, come to the center. And then take that right knee out long and bring your left knee into your chest. Start to roll out that ankle. And then you can reverse the rotation when you're ready. And then now take that left arm out to the left side and use your right hand to guide your left knee over to the right. Taking a breath in through your nose, exhale, see if you can push that left shoulder onto the floor. Breathing into that low back or wherever you're feeling the tension. And then slowly bringing that left knee back to center. Bringing both knees into your chest, giving yourself a hug. Really, this is really good to stretch out your low back and also just show yourself some love for showing up for yourself. And then you can take your legs out long, Bring your arms alongside you, and can you just go into Shavasana for a moment here. Take some deep breaths in through your nose and exhaling out of your mouth. If you can come back to your intention that you set, whether it's for the days ahead, for the day, for your night, wherever you are. Deep breath in through your nose. Let it settle in. And exhale out of your mouth. One more time, inhale through your nose. Hold it at the top, let that intention settle in. And exhale out of your mouth. Let it go. When you're ready, you can turn onto your side and slowly guide yourself up to a seated position. Thank you so much for showing up for you today, for allowing me to guide you through this post-workout flow. I hope that you feel more open, a little bit looser, that you walk a little bit more confident and taller. Send in love, send in peace, send in light wherever you are. Thank you. Namaste.